Welcome to the home of WWE news, rumors, and gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, Seanzviewent.
Viewers, fans, and subscribers. Is Edge truly coming to the WWE? Is AJ Styles really retiring, as he said, or is this just a way for AJ Styles to get into AEW? Also, we're exposing the latest, the hottest, the greatest backstage in the WWE. Also, we got breaking news coming in right now as concerns the Undertaker. Breaking news coming in right now. According to those in the know, the Undertaker's wife, Michelle McCool, exposes hate messages claiming she has no talent and that she won't be remembered. Now, I'm not going to say Michelle McCool was like Trish Stratus or Lita or Medusa, but by God, she wasn't talentless. I think she will be remembered. Michelle McCool has dealt with criticism for most of her career, but she just took things a step further by using the hate as a lesson for her daughter. Real talk, who else would volunteer as tribute to show my daughter why she doesn't have social media? Some of the messages were downright brutal. One person accused her of being fake and slammed her beliefs, writing, snake, sick of her holier than thou Christian attitude. You can tell they don't really love each other. Speaking about the Undertaker, Michelle McCool. Others tried to tear down her wrestling career, with one fan saying, "You're trash. If Michelle McCool actually had talent, she would have been pushed. She was trash. She won't be remembered." Now, this isn't the first time Michelle McCool has addressed critics. Recently, she shut down accusations that she was riding the Undertaker's coattails. Even the Undertaker himself stepped in to defend her, standing by her decision to feature her on the podcast despite the backlash. By publicly confronting this kind of cruelty, Michelle McCool is turning hate into a message of strength for her daughter and for anyone else dealing with online abuse. Her post wasn't about seeking pity. It was about setting an example. And, these are the kind of things, do you think Michelle McCool is handling the hate and the criticism the right way? And again, viewers, subscribers, and fans, what it all boils down to here, quite frankly, is you got freedom of speech mixed in with keyboard warriors, mixed in with people that have a yellow streak running down their back the size of Texas. Should more public figures express this kind of behavior? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Now, of course, people in the comment section would say it's true. Her husband, The Undertaker, used his pull to have current WWE glorify her. She was a never was in the wrestling world. What do you think about Michelle McCool, guys? Again, this show's about you. Do you think Michelle McCool truly, really was good? Again, I've seen a lot worse than Michelle McCool in the wrestling ring. To say, oh, well, she can't wrestle. I mean, you have the greatest of all time, John Cena, a first ballot WWE Hall of Famer, and he was getting chants of, you can't wrestle. And now the fans are behind him. Now the fans love him. And now that John Cena is on his way out of WWE, now the fans don't want him to retire. They don't want him to go away. So you see, some fans, not everybody, but some fans can definitely be very fickle, okay? What do you think about Matt Cardona having a bigger role, Zack Ryder having an even bigger role in WWE? It all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that. So, AJ Styles, we heard it yesterday. I actually did a video about it. I know YouTube didn't let you know probably. Again, click the bell, turn on all notifications. And if that doesn't work, remember to visit my channel in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. I do at least 3 videos a day, sometimes more. And I know sometimes it's a lot to handle. I know there's a lot of millions of other content creators on here. But again, if you want to get my videos, click the bell, subscribe, turn on all notifications, become a channel member, and just check out my channel. make it a part of your day, morning, noon, and night. It's almost like if you're taking medication. Take it in the morning, take it at night, take it in the afternoon, whatever your set schedule is. Just make me a part of your day. Set a reminder. I want everybody right now, please. Everybody, set a reminder on your cell phone, your iPhone, your iPad, your watch. Set a reminder to watch Seanzviewent upwards to 3 times a day. Because there is separation there. There is separation. Bring up breaking news on a Raw star. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, right now, Penta addresses possible Lucha Brothers reunion in WWE. Is that something you would be interested in? Is that something you would be invested in? Do you want to see, ladies and gentlemen, do you want to see Penta, the Lucha Brothers reunion in a World Wrestling Entertainment? If anything, the tag team division is getting kind of hot. It's about to sizzle, the tag team division in WWE. The only thing I'm saying is, back in the day, you had the Bobby Heenans of the world, right? The managers that really stood out, the Mr. Fujis of the world, the Teddy Longs of the world. The Paul Heymans of the world, the Paul Bearers of the world for managers. There's a lot of rumor and speculation, and I would do this if I were in charge, if I were on creative, if I were booking the WWE. I myself, viewers, would advantage and say, listen, let's bring managers back into the fold, especially for those wrestlers that can get heel heat, but aren't necessarily that good on the microphone. We need to go back to an era, a day where managers were a part of the game. Vince McMahon, breaking news update on Mr. McMahon at this time and at this hour. Vince McMahon gave the Nexus, remember the Nexus with Wade Barrett and Ryback and Daniel Bryan, gave the Nexus one brutal ultimatum before infamous WWE invasion. The Nexus, man, they could have been a big deal, and they were for a little bit. They were for a cup of tea, but then it just fell out, and, we all know what happened there. Ex-WWE star is open to making an in-ring return after 10 years. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this one. In wrestling, we always hear people say never because wrestlers can always return. I mean, look at Mr. Kennedy. He returned to TNA, did Mr. Anderson. That's why in wrestling, there's no surprise sometimes that a former WWE star is open to making their in-ring return after 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, while speaking inside the ring, David Otunga, speaking about the Nexus, is open to returning to the ring after being away since 2015. He explained that he has stayed injury-free and is open to making a return if the right storyline and a good payday were offered. Wow. If there's enough zeros on the paycheck, hopefully next year or so, maybe, you never know. Hey, if somebody offers me, David Otunga has not competed inside the squared circle since July 2015, where he was defeated by R-Truth at a WWE live event. Would you want to see the return of David Otunga to World Wrestling Entertainment? It all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions. Breaking news, Logan Paul sues after being sold fake $560,000 Michael Jordan floor piece. Yes, you heard that right. Logan Paul sues after being sold a Fox Michael Jordan floor piece, $562,000. And Logan Paul isn't playing games when it comes to his collectibles, especially when over $500,000 is involved. The YouTuber turned WWE star. Also, are you invested? Are you interested? Will you be watching TNA Victory Road? The confirmed match is the start time and how to watch. TNA Victory Road will be one for the record books, you would have to assume. Also, this is pretty breaking, pretty stunning, although not that shocking these days, but it is still something. Io Sky leaving, set for a match outside of WWE. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on Io Sky going outside the WWE for a match, for a one-on-one. The WWE SmackDown preview for tonight, September the 26th, still on the same week of my birthday, my day of birth, September the 22nd. Mr. Anderson made his in-ring return to TNA Impact after 9 years away. That's, again, never say never. Also, what did you think about the Hardy Boys, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Team 3D confirmed for gimmick match at Bound for Glory. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard that right. We are going to see it. It is going to go down a legacy-defining statement that adds another emotional layer to an already legendary rival. Ladies and gentlemen, after years of history and decades of battles, the final chapter will now be played out with the TNA World Tag Team titles and bragging rights on the line. It will take place in Lowell, Massachusetts, and it will also feature Trick Williams versus Mike Santana for the TNA World Championship. But make no mistake, the Hardys versus Team 3D in a tables match is one that the fans will never forget, because this is where it all started. It started a tables match between the Hardys and the Dudleys, Team 3D and the Hardy Boys, and now it is going to go down. It is going to happen again. Wow. Absolutely shocking. Speaking about returns, viewers, fans, and subscribers, for those of you that are out there, Maurice is open to a WWE return if the right opportunity comes along. Deanna Purrazzo wants to be the first female governor of Florida. And Patricia Kelly reveals her WWE restricted her in-ring work, so maybe she could have been a lot better than we thought she was going to be. Tessa Blanchard, another return to TNA Impact Wrestling following suspension. What did you think about Darby Allin rolling up to AEW with a flamethrower to challenge Jon Moxley in an I Quit match? I can't even imagine. I can't even think or fathom either Darby Allin or Jon Moxley uttering the words and saying the two words, I quit. I don't think it's in their vocabulary. I don't think it's in their wording. I don't think it's in their mouth. I don't think it's a part of them. I don't think it's a part of their being. I really don't. I'm just putting that out there right now. Also, we are receiving word at this time and at this hour, viewers. The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I never got that call to help Ava in her wrestling career. Also, The Miz, former WWE champion. We got breaking news on The Miz. Concussion has cost me memories of my WrestleMania main event against John Cena. Also, what WWE referee who counts to 1, 2, 3 or signals ring the damn bell, what referee says they think they're going to referee till they're 70? Charles Robinson, legendary referee, plans on refereeing into his 70s. Wow, that is major. All right, AEW files Bacon Brawl trademark, while the WWE files a trademark application for Invasion. Invasion. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Also, Randy Orton. What's going on with Randy Orton these days, man? Loss after loss. Made to look weak, made to look inferior. Randy Orton's wife slams WWE over superstar Randy Orton being snubbed from major shows. And in addition to him coming back, ever since he came back 2 years ago, it has been loss after heartbreak, after heart wrench. If it wasn't a world title he wasn't winning. He wasn't winning the King of the Ring. He wasn't winning against Drew McIntyre. Randy Orton has always been looking up at the lights in the last couple of years, and that's not the way it should be. Listen, I understand you're trying to put over the next foundation, the future of the WWE. I understand it, but if anybody deserves one more reign, one more run, it is Randy Orton for all that he has done. Jeff Hardy says, to be the NXT champion is on my list of things to accomplish. MJF announces hiatus from AEW. And, ladies and gentlemen, we're receiving word at this time and at this hour, according to those in the know. It would appear, it would look like there is a call between all the backlash and all the bedlam, all the criticism on the game Triple H. A call for him to be fired or removed by the WWE Board of Directors. Yes, you heard that right. A call, some whispers, some chatter that Triple H is doing all the wrong things and making all the wrong calls. The judgment, when Triple H first took over WWE a couple of years ago, things were going good. Things were looking solid. The future was looking bright, the Triple H era, but it seems like that is all falling apart. Who should run the WWE? Who should take over World Wrestling Entertainment? Who should run the WWE like a well-oiled, fine unit? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. And again, a huge update on Jacob Fatu, guys. Should it be Jacob Fatu released, fined, fired? What is going on with Jacob Fatu? What is the developments? What is the latest? A lot of rumor, a lot of gossip, a lot of speculation that he could have been quietly released. But again, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. He could show up tonight on SmackDown for all we know. Jacob Fatu could show up on SmackDown tonight for all I know. I'm just throwing that out there, just putting that out there. And if there's anybody that could take over for Triple H if he were to be removed by the WWE Board of Directors, would Vince McMahon or perhaps Shane McMahon or both Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon, would they fit the bill? Would they fit it? Your thoughts, your comments, your emotions, and your feedback, because here on Seanzview, this show is all about you. With plenty more to come, subscribe.